Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Head is Code, and G got shot, Marco is back from the whole thing, Ray was carrying H's head, like, it's a whole goddamn mess, and we had to explain to Marco and A when they came back here. Oh boy, and Ray's probably still scared of his mind for, like, I can only imagine, like, the same thing that we saw in the security tape all happening the same here. The question is, like, why would H want to run through the scanner panel, and then he noticed, like, the thing on the... notices that H is a robot from looking at the, severed head, and he was gesturing towards it, and how G some point is going to get up, like, safely from that hospital bed, something like that, or maybe someone from a different floor comes by and looks at that exact same security room, and goes through there. I mean, there's Twin, but... Yeah, but I don't think they noticed anything about, like, Simon's shirt being on the twins, so, interesting to think about. I approached Ray. I knew this might go very wrong, so I took it slowly. Hey, buddy, how's it going? What? Oh, fuck, I'm already failed. You got something to say? He wasn't looking at me. The poor man looked crushed. Judging by his change in manners, I could only guess they truly hadn't killed H. How do I say this? Theo's our nerd because you begun, so you should get rid of it. I can deal with it if you want. No fucking way. Over my dead body. Man troubled a little while sipping from his drink. Yeah. Listen, what you should do is just check the damn head. Yeah, I know. It's ugly and you don't want to look at it. I didn't either. It's weird though. What do you mean weird? All robotic and stuff? It's just a head. Lily cackled like a madman when I said those words, not out of insanity, but out of consideration for my choice of words. The head was never just a head, it was a severed head, a gross... fuck, I don't want to think about it. Before you go, just check the neck. Check through the neck and leave me here. I'm not gonna do shit till I get out. I removed myself from his presence with a sigh. Getting the gun from him would be impossible, so I at least went to do what he said. Hey, what are you doing? Ray said to look at the head, so I will. Can't get his gun? No. He looks useless enough right now. I can tell he's not going to be an issue anyway, so as long as nobody bothers him. Alright, if that's your diagnosis, Dr. Simon. Looking at the head, which has code in it, as of such. I'm gonna get ready for the girl and the old man A. He vacated my location. Took a look where I said it would even felt disgusting to do so. It wasn't easy to see, since a lot of the insides were burnt, likely as a result of that laser beam from her collar. I didn't have a lot of biology class, but I do remember some of what I was taught. The inside and neck didn't match what I knew. For instance, there was this constant smell of metal. Blood did smell like metal, but not like this. The reason for the smell was there was actual metal inside. Small cables ran along the inside of the neck. Everything was painted and masked to look like actual organs within. If we looked at it from up close, it was definitely a fake head. Huh. This isn't a real head? I took it in my hands and lifted it. It seemed heavy enough. I deposited it back down carefully. Taking a cursory look at everything else, I concluded the outside of the head was normal. It was just the inside. There was metal and weird fluids. Stuff the inside looked like organs, felt like organs, but certainly wasn't made of organs. So I took my lunch with me instead of leaving it on the floor and walked away from it. Boy. So far, nothing makes any sort of sense. Do we find the person didn't belong? Well, I guess Rafe sort of was right in that way, but I'm not completely, so This head looks made up. It doesn't look like a real head. So, like, if you looked at H more close, you could tell it's all fake. What about the ninth person? Only sounds answered my inquiry, as no one had anything to tell me that we hadn't shared already. Or from my hair and aggravation. Oh yeah, there was a whole thing about how H said, like, basically Hannah was taken away from her sister. Somehow. Don't know what that really means, though. I didn't understand. How could anyone understand? We should probably get a move on. There's no telling how long it'll take Jay, or if the twin can even be saved in the first place. Just a thought, we should out now. Unfortunately for them, we do have this dating game to beat, and we can't stay out too long. I agreed. I wanted to get out more than ever, and there's no point staying here when the ninth person might be eluding us even further. Leaving Ray behind, our trio walked towards the open doorway. On the way, A grabbed E's hand and she followed, understanding we were going to leave. Okay. Carefully went down the stairs. We were heading in the same direction as before. What are the leftover stations inside? Let me think. I believe they are the church and the theater. Well, I guess we're going to the theater then. Into those two stations we will have unlocked and explored this entire side. Fitting since we're 2 teams of 2. The old man smiles and understood why he chose this side. Waited for the train's silence, only broken by the screeching in the large compartments once they came in from the tunnel. Familiar sight of the train. Always the train, always going. We're just going around and around in circles. All the while, just not fucking understand what's anything going on. Isn't that nice? Just as silently, we all held our tongues while stepping in. We didn't have much to say to each other that we didn't share before already. The train soon set off without any spoken words. Just the same, the train traveled through several stations without any spoken words. It stopped a few times, and every time, it went off again. After it left the gymnasium station, A motioned at us. We have come to a conclusion. I believe you're in one of the rare moments when our groups are a little interchangeable. You see, as you're the bag with the pens, anyone can communicate with E. I knew what A was getting at. He could group with me if I gave the bag to my friend instead. However, I absolutely didn't want to give Marco this bag, and for obvious reasons. You're suggesting mixing the teams? I'm not against it, but... Do you have another way to proceed with this? If you don't want to, that's completely fine. We all have the options open, after all. I'd personally be fine going with M again, if you desire to accompany E once more. Something was odd with the suggestion. I couldn't help but think that he was trying to split Marco from me again. Sure, he mentioned how all options were open, but his tone indicated that I was heavily encouraged to go with E at the very least. I'll think about it really quickly then. We still have a minute before we get to the church. Marco shrugged. He didn't seem to care. Perhaps I was being too paranoid to my witnessing a dead person's head and none of this mattered. Whatever it is, I'll go to the next stop. This metro's making me antsy now. Maybe I should go with you then. If you're concerned about his well-being, do not worry. I'll be taking good care of him if we are paired up. Oh ho ho! He guffawed in his usual fashion. Besides, I still have some topics to go over with him, as he'd been passed out for most of our previous exploration. I see. I'll take that into consideration. Either I went with E or with Marco. I already decided that no matter what, teaming with A was out of the question. This bag was far too important to leave to anyone else. Especially since it contained my gun, making an option I couldn't pick. My decision came when we finally stopped at the station leading to the church. Well, it's been a while since we have been with Marco, and we saw E a couple times and had a whole ending with her, so... Marco, are you doing alright? I have a bad feeling about heading with E this time around. I felt much more comfortable with Marco. In this moment, my choice was made. I kinda want to head out with Marco, to be honest. I'm sure I'm popular, my son. We've done good work so far, and I don't want to break the pattern, that's all. No offense to E, of course. I know she couldn't hear me, but I didn't want the others to think I believed her to be useless in escape rooms. She did have her fair share of integrity with the previous one. Oh no, that is not a problem at all, do not worry. What I have to confer with M can wait regardless. Something tells me we will not be done until we have seen every room here. And the reactor room, isn't that gonna be fun? I wasn't sure for a few seconds, but I became convinced of the fact he was disappointed with the outcome. Perhaps that wasn't the best way to put it. He seemed annoyed, not disappointed. Marco and I looked at each other. It seemed to get the same impression. Talking about it was useless. Able to knew something was up. Made the lead train first anyway. We will see each other again. Oh boy. The two of us gave our farewells before we stepped through the open doorway leading to the lobby. Mostly before, as soon as we stepped through, the train drove off with the duo, heading to the last of the stations on this side. Much as before, the door closed behind us as well, trapping us in a new station to explore. This thing tells, hey, before we go in, I want to look around this place. Mark had already been in the process climbing the stairs before I said that, after which he came back down and joined me again. You want to look around here? There's hardly anything to note. Well, first, let's confirm this fact. What do you find if you go up and check the other side? Is it exactly the same as this one, like every other station? I'll go take a look. Call for me when you're done and we can share the information then. There's something telling me like we're not going to exactly explore the escape rooms we've already had it all before, so... Marco just solves it all immediately, wow. He went back up the stairs. I didn't know if he'd do what I asked of him or restart this escape room without me. No skin off my back in either case. I had a small room to explore and plenty of time to do so. Some things that caught my eye and I want to take a closer look. Oh, of this place entirely, Yep, that was the staircase. Really now. The stairs are kind of small though. I always wondered why exactly they were this small. all it did was make it more likely someone would trip and fall. I always climbed them 2 stairs at a time as a result. We're still down here. We're probably on the other side. Don't know. We're here on this side, and the station is that side. We're on. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So that's this side. You're there. Don't know if like they're apart, like, you know, across from each other, or like the same thing, like down the way, just from how this diagram's set up. But there's the pillar. That was a shiny surface. At first, I thought it was a support beam, but upon pressing my hands into it, it felt more like a large, vibrating tunnel. Maybe it was for air conditioning? Strange. There's nothing connected to the station or above, except for the room we've had to explore there. Look at the window? This was our way out. The door was a window. That made sense. We'd get out of here before when we would win, but not when we would lose. That's why it was called a window and not a loose door. God damn it. You say Marco's jokes are terrible, but you're making some right now. I already tried to exit and enter the code 42069, but it didn't work. I was all ideas. Oh my god. In the end, I decided to call for Marco. Hey, M, you finished yet? I understood he couldn't hear me, so I left my post and went up. I found him in the church. M, I told you to explore the other side, didn't I? Yeah, you did. And I did too. I realized there was nothing important there, so I left and came up here to meditate a little. You? Meditating? Surprising? Figured it would be. Anyway, look at this place. It's big, isn't it? It's just what it says on the tin. It's a church. Nah, I think it's more like an urch. We all go to Snurch. I can see that. Explore this place any then? Not yet. I was waiting for you, like a good companion. I could have checked out some time if I went and did some of the stuff on my own, but I thought it'd be better if I did it alongside you. Had to diffuse his little joking mentality he kept relying on when we were in here. This isn't fun, though. None of this is. We're stuck here and we can die. How can you think any of this is fun? Well, to be honest, I don't think that. I'm just optimistic. Yeah, you really— Why are you being pessimistic all of a sudden, Simon? At least I try to be. This place is really hard, you know? It's suffocating me a little. Knowing we can't just go outside? Yeah, that's rough. You get me? You understand what I feel about this place, right? I do wish I could go be back outside like Ray wishes to. But until we're outside, I can't let it drag me down too much, or else I'm going to drink myself unconscious in the lounge and be useless. So that's why, if I want to win, I have to work hard. It's the same for life, too. There are many people who try doing something or another, and they just fail. They just don't reach their goal. Why is that? They gave it on a shot, but it's not because they didn't manage to do it that they failed. Failing isn't the act of falling down, but staying down. It's just like the little green man said. You either succeed, or you fail. There's no trying to do something. You either get back up and work harder, or you stay down. I see. That's a good mentality to have, actually. I love it. I thought I understood Marco before, but perhaps this is more useful than any gaming session we ever had together. Oh, gaming! Marco relied on his humor because he needed it. If I was the crush that kept him up, it was mine. Jasmine's face flashed in my head. Was it Jasmine? No. Wasn't the knowledge that I could make it out with friends alive if I gave enough effort? Here we are, in a church, just thinking about these silly things. We both know enough about religion, I'm sure you can understand how ironic that is. Yeah, church has been used for a long time as a means to stifle progress. Witch hunts, for example, or better put, the idea that you put down anything and everything you can't personally explain. Yeah, what was the whole thing? Yeah, even like, yeah. I guess there's that whole stigma to it. Like, you know, people who aren't religious anyway. I can sense that as well. Meh. Something like that. Which is why I don't like being in this place. I don't know. And with that, I think I'm okay being here. This primarily resonates with God. Here we go, M the evangelist. Soon you'll knock on people's doors to deliver onto them the word of the Lord. I'm nothing like that. He's now a cult leader. He put his hands in his pockets. We both contemplated the room. It was spacious, as we previously ascertained. I had no idea how this could be underground. This is a church. It's kind of weird that it's here, underground. Churches have a right to go wherever they want to. They're human just like you and I. We're not having this thing right now, okay? Jasmine revealed her secret train race's side. I revealed my car race's side. Please, Simon, do not become churchist. I'm just wondering how exactly they managed to build this underground. Are you being undergroundist? Are you being a molist? You know moles live underground, right? Are you saying that moles can't go to church either, too? The great mighty mole god is too good for you, Simon? Ugh. Golly, Simon. Get with the times. I'm just wondering how much they managed to build this on the ground. It's pretty big, even if it looks smaller than churches I've gone to in the past. This is small? To you? Well, I'm assuming this is spaces. I'm pretty sure the ones I've seen before, like, they're way more smaller. How many was that? One. I've seen a couple. He shrugged as if that proved a point. Fair. That was only one church, so I was no expert or anything. I've only seen a few, so I can't give that anyway. Suddenly, he began exploring the room. He decided to follow his lead and go for it too. And yet, before I could make any movement, a strange feeling took hold of me. It was a bit of a flashback. Somehow I felt like I'd been here before. Yep, I always thought something was gonna be like this. This was gonna be weird or like, the solution to the room. I knew it. I knew what to do. My head lifted up a little. Dazed, I stared upward the arches in the ceiling. There was a lever. The sling hooked into the arches. How did I know that? I whispered to myself, trying to make sense of it. This is weird. I don't feel too good all of a sudden. Ugh, a headache. Just as quickly as that pain surged in my head, it went away. For moments, I already forgot what I was thinking about before. I did see the thing hooked upon the arch, though. How weird. We still don't even know what that is. Have I ever come here before? I think I know it if I visit more than one church. Is this the church I visited then, a long time ago? Hey, S, let's get a move on. I'm not gonna do your homework. Coming. Oh boy. Shook off that terrible feeling, making sure Marco didn't hear anything from me other than that. Last thing I wanted was to burden me either further. As I further into the church, I couldn't hide my sudden unease. Marco noticed remarkably quickly. You okay? You want to sit down for a bit? No, I'll be fine. I must be allergic to the clergy. Then you be eclergic. The corner of my lips twist up in a grim smile. I answered he wanted to cheer me up despite my current state. I gave in and sat down to the bench. It wasn't comfortable. He leaned back and focused on what we could search from the room. This is gonna be interesting. A repeat room, huh? Almost immediately, my gaze crossed the shape of a strange object hooked into an arch. This is... Oh boy. Okay. Well, okay. The feeling from before came back harder than ever. Oh, fucking Christ. It was punching my brain inside my skull as if my entire self was being squeezed by a vice grip. It's back. Are you okay? No. You're seriously worrying me now. I could hardly see him anymore. The room was spinning. Everything's moving as if it was made of water. Oh. This otherworldly feeling overtook me, and all of a sudden, I knew what to do. Did you do anything yet? No? I've just been standing around worried like crazy, even if I'm not crazy. Okay, go to the back of the church. Oh boy, you're gonna be like this, like, just walking stupidly around, almost drunkenly. He moved away from me. I watched him shrink into the waving surface of my vision. He stood there, waiting for me to talk again. Now, the altar. There are some gears. Gears? I don't see any gear. This is a bona fide altar. It's flat and elegant. No, not on it, but inside. I can't open this. Oh, I forgot. How do we... A flash occurred through my head, like a bomb exploding in midair right above my brain. It was as though every little atom of my nervous system caught on fire. Oh boy. I saw the church. Didn't know who was accompanying, but there was someone else there. Was it Marco? Was this me with him? No, I couldn't be sure for both. This was my memory. I'd never come here before. And yet, I was seeing it as if I was living it in real time. That never happened. It couldn't have happened. Is this deja vu? Ugh. Okay. Simon, get a fucking grip. I grabbed to the bench and slowly lifted myself to my feet. I forced the vision to go away. Marco watched from afar, worried just like before, and unsure if he should have just rushed in. Moved to the rows of benches to trip on the side. Oh! Hey man, you really don't look good. Maybe you should take a nap somewhere. He slowly rushed over to me, sending a hand held me back up to my knees and then to my feet. I oscillated a little, like a zombie. With one hand in the corner of a bench, I stayed to myself. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is just weird. And I can't stop thinking about the fact I know what to do here. Maybe you already came to this church outside this place then. Maybe you've been here before. I've never been here. I know if I went to a church made for a group of cultists. I gave a nod towards a large altar in the back with a symbol engraved into it. That's not a normal cross. That thing was on Smiley's clasp, wasn't it? It was used to hold his outfit together. You're right. There are only two possibilities then. Well, one, you've been here before, but then you forgot. Maybe you came when you were a baby. Two, you're having visions of the future. Stop joking around. I'm serious. You said you know how to solve this, right? What if you had a vision of the future when you solved it? So you're saying, if you retrace your steps, maybe it'll go away? I nodded. That made sense. A stupid level. That was only my recourse. It took you walk to the altar and lean forward over it, hands flying the surface for support. First, the pulpit. You want me to pulpit? No, the lectern. That's a pulpit. I walked over to it and looked at it. Sure enough, the instructions were on it. I knew what they were and I knew what the answer was. I looked at it because this was the first step. Oh, this is interesting. And Marco is just like, I'm probably thinking this whole time, just like, oh, he's having a flash forward moment. This is just like what happened 7 years ago. I probably should mention that out loud. Still shaking a little, I vacated the pulpit to head to the back instead. Slowly, I pressed and switched its position to the stained glass. Okay, all of them, all at once. There we go. First, the diamonds, then the hearts, then hearts again, finally, the clubs. Each time I activated a card suit, the feeling we were solving the room correctly grew stronger within me. To finish into the sequence, the back of the altar opened. Wow, there are a few gears in here. How'd you know? The vision, or whatever it was. I glanced over to Marco to share with him the next part of the solution. His eyes, I didn't see the same kind of warmth as before. Did he think I was Smiley? I can tell you're thinking something wild. I mean, just, can you blame me? You're having visions of this and that. So it was a joke earlier. I mean, yeah. Visions from the future don't exist, and I know you'd never come here. So what's up with that then? Fuck if I know, Em. I don't have a clue either. I just do somehow. Also, you're continuing with the whole nicknames thing with M and S. Well, I don't think you mentioned Simon's name really. I don't know if you have mentioned S or Simon yet. I think you mentioned S actually, so yeah. Can't blame me if I think you're suspicious then. With a capital S. Marco. I use his name instead of his nickname. I hope you understand I wasn't joking. I'm not Smiley, okay? The last thing I want is to put you and everyone else in danger. I have no motive, and I certainly don't have access to anything that would allow me to change all these stations. I mean, that's a pale excuse. Of course the person who organized all this wouldn't be someone we suspect. If that's your train of thought, why couldn't you be Smiley then? Took a break from solutions down the edge of the altar. I see what you mean. I guess I can't prove it either. And that's a bother. Listen, Marco, you and I, we're not linked to this place, right? He paused and I asked him, as if he was hesitating. Right? You're not in cahoots with Smiley, are you? I guess, technically speaking, if you're a Smiley, I'd be in cahoots with you. But no, I don't have anything to do with Smiley. Probably not with the MTS anymore any longer. Well, good as my word anyway, though. Oh boy. This can go in circles for a while. Did I trust Marco? Could I trust Marco? I didn't know. The more he spoke, the more he accused me of being Smiley. The more it felt like he was diverting my attention. The more he was trying to prove he wasn't Smiley either. Did I trust Marco? I trusted Marco before. I figured he would have no role to play in this. Did my stance change? Was this paranoia? This feeling of helplessness engulfing me from head to toe. Oh, you can't trust anyone again. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh jeez. Did you that someone I trusted before betray me so much? That despair? I couldn't tell if it was a real conspiracy or if I was making it in my head. My unfocused eyes were lowering down, staring at the ground before long. Was Marco Smiley? Suddenly something brought me back to reality. Marco grabbed my shoulder and shook me gently. Hey, are you listening? You look totally out of it. Sorry, I was... I can tell you're getting hung up over it. I don't want a relation to be bungled up by this, okay? What I feel deep in my heart is... He paused again as if he was going to say something I've been weighing on him for a long time. Maybe searching his words. It took about a half a minute before he spoke again. Listen, if you say you're not Smiley, I trust you. I think you know what you're going to say, but it was going to make things even more awkward than that, because he doesn't think the same way about you. But if you were, I'd follow you anyway. I don't quite understand what you're thinking, why you did all this or how, but if you were, I'd still follow you. Whatever this is, there must be a good reason, and if you're a Smiley, then that reason's important to me too. You won't go back on that? No, sir. I decided to put my trust in you, sir. Stop calling me sir, sir. What am I, general? Yes, sir. Salute. Trust in Marco. Trust in Marco. If you order me to go die for you, I go die, sir. Okay, okay. Fine then. Since you're deciding to put your trust in me, I'll put my trust in you too, Marco. I'll trust that you're not Smiley either. I held up my hand from the shake. He stretched his hand too, and before he could have any time to pull away, decided to shake it. Oh man, I want to do a quick trick on you. You want to remove your hand before I took it, right? Yeah. Am I so transparent? No. You're not a ghost. We both laughed it out. Yeah, I just thought I could trust Marco. So, what was the next part of your so-called vision? Oh, I love this. Clearly we need to move this gear over there. It's immobile and it connects with that one up there. I stood back from the altar and showed it to him. Afterwards, I motioned to a pot of incense in one of the side altars. Marco went over to it. It's in there. We don't need the incense, so empty that stuff you want. He turned the pot over, and with a clinking noise, the metal stick fell down to the ground. Marco grabbed it and flung it over to me. Yeet! Yes! Let's go, sir! Yeet! God damn it. Dab! God damn it. This shit is lit, fam. Oh, fucking Christ. I should probably stop now. I operated the machinery, and just as I saw my vision, the side of the altar in the back opened. The small depression revealed a terminal with a bunch of numbers on it. That's our password, if I had to guess. Let's try it out. Yeah, but before that... Oh, boy. The room was moving again. My headache came back. Want to sit down again? Yeah. I'll just take a short moment. Okay. Take all the time you need. I remained at the church while Marco walked out of the room. I assume he went down to both sides of the station below, locking the doors for our escape. He came back after 2 or 3 minutes. I remained seated for a bit, which invited him to take one next to me. You know, this church, it's not really a real church, is it? What do you mean? It's probably a replica. That's why I've had that vision. Maybe it's replicated from one of the real escape rooms I've done before. Maybe that's where Smiley's getting his ideas. From real escape rooms. No, they're usually more complicated. This just feels like an excuse to stuff 2 people into a room. You know, like when teens play that game where 2 people go into the wardrobe? The wardrobe? I guess. It's true they're not very complicated. I don't understand that. I let my eyes wander the room again. I felt much better after sitting down for a bit. I hope this headache wouldn't come back either. That thing on the hook over there in the arches. What is it? Please, just look at it, stare at it, point at it. Marco, what the fuckity fuck is that? Fucking Christ. Despite our thorough search of this place, helping us with its familiarity, the fact it was without a doubt a replica, this place is still intimidating. Hey, I guess it's kind of random, but do you believe in God? I guess for me, not really personally. Nobody really practices anymore. Most people seem to become atheists now, so probably not. Meh. I guess I don't. Well, maybe I do, but it's not that simple. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a man of science, but for some reason, I wholeheartedly believe in God, and now I know exactly what you're talking about. That did surprise me. I remained quiet since he quickly added on to the subject, but it's not a singular God in this case. Probably the more people know about this game, it's going to become even more and more. I remained quiet since he quickly added on to the subject. Before you think I'm just some kind of silly boy with beliefs that can't be proven one way or another, I don't believe God made the world in 7 days and all that kind of stuff. Those are just tales or metaphors. I'm just saying God probably exists in a whole other level than humanity. Yeah. What was that? Like, oh boy, talking of religious discourse and all that, but, the one thing I've seen, like, people, like, talk about... So if God, like, made, like, I guess humans in their image, it's kind of almost similar to, like, how, like, you know, people, like, making characters and all that, I guess, authorship, which I guess in a way is sort of similar, but also in a way that just means that God themselves are just, like, you know, flawed as well. They're not all-powerful, perfect people. You know? That sort of thing. If he made us in, you know, his image, like, obviously, he's not gonna be perfect. And I think that's actually comforting if God does exist. As for illustrating the concept, he was gesticulating with his arms as he spoke. How to say this? Maybe God doesn't even create because he has a will to do so. Maybe it's more like unwillingly. In a way, thinking about it like that, all of us might be God. It's all about the perception of existence. Ooh. It's a theory that says... Actually, I'll just do the simple part first. Remember in school, maybe somebody told you one day about a tree? Oh, we're going to, like, basically the whole thing about storytelling. I remember, Oh gosh. Indie Windows Studio made a whole cool video about, talking about the whole entire thing about the beginner's guide and all that. Okay, first off, if you don't know what the beginner's guide is, if you know the Stanley Parable, it's by the same guy who made the Stanley Parable and made the beginner's guide. But the beginner's guide is great. It's like a movie's length long. Play it for yourself or watch a playthrough. I don't care. Watch it, then watch into Windows Studios video on it. It's amazing. It's great. I love it. Beginner's guide is one of my favorite games. It's great. Okay, there's my recommendation. One day about tree. The tree falls in the forest and no one's going to hear it or see it. Did it fall? Oh, you're going with that. Oh, never mind. That kind of thing? Yeah, exactly. The perception of existence would then say that this tree never existed. By this tree, I mean not only the tree, but also the result of the action. Let's say it fell down. And because of that, some ants had access to the tree, and eventually the colony would thrive, take over the forest, become a hive mind, and bend on killing us for some reason. That would also be the result of the action, and count as the tree fell in the forest. I'm talking galaxy levels of possibly never witnessed. The planet collides another somewhere 20 billion light years from us. And those debris never get to us and never affect us, then it's like it never existed. Am I following that correctly? Yeah, exactly. That's what this belief stems from. If God doesn't see something, then something doesn't exist. But if he does see it, then it confirms that existence. And that's how God creates, basically. Because God observes us, then we are. Well, that's an idea, I guess. That basically explains, like, yeah, all this in a nutshell. I didn't really believe in it, despite Marco's insistence. I remember reading, like, a creepypasta as well called The Egg, where it was a story where basically a person, like, died after a car crash and he talked to, like God and, like, said, like, you're actually, like, everyone on Earth. Like, every single time this person died, he would actually reincarnate as someone else in a different time, like, on the planet, like, living out someone else's life. For example, he was literally everyone on planet Earth. Like, the second he died, he'd go back in time, for example, he lived out his life as his kid. Or he acted out his life as his wife, and they met up and fell in love and all that kind of stuff. They kept doing that for every single individual person that's gonna be born, has been born, and will be born on planet Earth. And it's also to be a test to make this person, like, live through so many different experiences so they can have a great understanding of experience, so they can become even bigger to be another good god. That sort of thing. That was a whole intriguing story. I wonder if that's how this is as well. Although on a smaller scale, because it's almost like stories, literally. It's just something programmed to me at this point. I don't know why, I just feel it. I guess because I actually think it's the other way around. Because God exists because we do. Imagine that tree again. For it to fall, it has to be witnessed at some point. The results of it falling need to be, at least. We're just lucky that we happen to be the ones who need to observe, or be observed. If it was anybody else, like an entire other race on some other planet, then we might not exist. Yeah, it's actually another weird to think about. Like, I know, like, several months ago, I never even heard about this whole, like, the whole Bimmy series before in Birth Me Code. And literally, it was a strange, weird setup of, like, choices made, and then I was just suddenly it came to be, really. Like, what was it? I was just scrolling through, like, yes, fan fictions online, and, like, literally, like, I followed a Discord server around of people talking, and then someone mentioned, like, someone linked the Birth Me Code game into like, the other media section of, like, the chat room, and then I clicked it, then looked at it, was invested and intrigued by it, then I looked up into more, saw Hedda's code, like, the original Hedda's code, and, oh boy, the rest is history. Found the Miracle Man Discord. Like, that's a fun place to go to, even if I'm not entirely active anymore. It's still fun reading people. Like, it's that strange feeling of, like, the choices, like, slowly add up more. Like, yeah, the whole memories and experience thing again. Oh, I love it. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Okay, I love this. I love this. I think this is my favorite topic so far. Yeah, that's actually a wrench in your idea. Why is it us? We might not be the only sentient life in the universe. I guess it's us because it's how it happened. Higher beings are probably watching us at this very moment. Maybe even literally higher beings, but we can't really, we can't mess with you. Maybe they got cameras in the ceiling here. I elbowed him after he gave his long, serious spiel and to finish up with the stupid pung. He coughed and smirked while half bent over. Worth it. No, it's never worth it, you idiot. God or not, we have to get out of here anyway. No, that was really interesting. I think, I love that kind of stuff. There's also something to think about slippetism, like, the belief that literally you're the only person who really matters, like, you can think in that. I guess, like, there's literally no one else in the world, just you, and you're just imagining everything. And everyone else, you look around and see, like, even, I guess, just people online you talk to or just see people post, like, that's also just comes from you entirely, just imagining everything. Which, at the same time, is a bit sad, but also a bit, maybe a bit happy because, oh man, that just means I made everything here. But if you tell it to another person, I'm well, quote-unquote person, if you believe in that whole thing, have fun having your quote-unquote alt, like, you know, your made-up self getting angry with you for plagiarism, even if it's self-plagiarism. Oh boy. This place having a church still felt so odd. Why was that? I was under my thoughts when he stood up, nodding at me. There's also this thing about Serbia with and Ira with the cult that her parents were in, and also Ira distributing drugs everywhere for this whole thing of like everyone noticing, I guess, identifying the fourth wall gods, that sort of thing. After awkwardly strolling through the main room, we made our way to the outside hallway, fly down the stairs. Here we go. The train was taking its time. I figured it would, but this is unnaturally long. I don't even know why, but I just now feel even more invigorated just after just going through the whole thing with Marco. Like, oh geez, I feel more invigorated than I was earlier, than I was breathless. How long has it been? A few minutes. You gonna get back to the lounge? You gotta tell them there's a real church here. A real snurch. It's probably a fake one. Say, think Ray went off his own and that's why the train's taking forever? I don't think so. Well, their team finished. The reasoning was sound. The question was, who will we find there? Jasmine or the eccentrics? I had a bad feeling all of a sudden. Being inside of Jasmine alone. It's as if I never believed the twin had any chance to survive in the first place. No, I think the twin's alright, but... oh boy, with a collar off, that's gonna lead to a foreboding thing for either this timeline or the other. Oh boy. The train arrived before I could chastise myself. We both stepped into it. It seemed like whatever Smiley set up was good enough to be somewhat punctual. Maybe it was finely tuned. Maybe he was driving the train himself. There was that, like, that compartment for, like, the conductor's area of the train. Like, you know, yeah, we couldn't go into and look. Nah, that'd be stupid. I couldn't even properly see into the driver's cabin. If he drove, he'd have to see, no? Otherwise the train wouldn't stop when it needs to. It's automatic, just like the ninth person's in there the whole time. Hey, think Smiley's one of us? At this point, I'm still not convinced, really. He might be the ninth person, or even Ray. I doubt that. But literally because of how everyone is acting, I don't believe it's anyone, really. Or for someone like literally Emma, who has very weird, obtuse, complex motives. He might be the ninth person, even Ray. Remember Smiley, that recording they fed to us? Ray's build did match him, but maybe they want us to think that. Well, it says it's a video too. Maybe it was real time. Maybe Smiley isn't one of us and they're just looking at us from the shadows, laughing at our own incompetence. Yeah, maybe. I have to think about it some more. Let's talk about it later, after we find some sort of clue. Marco clammed up, and so did I. The train was going steady. I didn't say anything else again until we arrived to the lounge. Well, time to go and lounge about until someone gets shot and killed, or we see G, like, suddenly gone. The moment Marco and I stepped on the train, we heard a noise from upstairs. That sounds like something fell hard. Is Ray still up there, you think? Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It's like a fight. Oh boy. We both looked at each other and hightailed out of the station. Okay, up the stairs. We went through the little lobby and upstairs. Oh boy. I'm gonna die! I'm gonna fucking die! If I'm gonna die, then you're gonna die too. Everyone here is gonna die. Okay. The words of the unstable man reached my ears as I got to the lounge proper. The situation quickly came to view. It wasn't pleasant. Jasmine and I were back against the wall and Ray was yelling, holding her gunpoint. Fuck! I knew I should have insisted earlier to take it from him. I cast a glance over to Marco. He didn't look too happy about it either, but there was little we could really do in this situation. Jasmine noticed us. Run away, you fucking morons! Running's gonna kill you too! I'm not leaving you here! Stay out of it and run! My words caught Ray by surprise for a moment. That doesn't matter, they're dead too! We're all fucking dead here. We're dead men walking. Fuck Smiley, fuck you too, and fuck your girlfriend too! Ugh! Oh god. When he managed to get his attention, Jasmine leapt at him. The man fell under her weight. I froze up, unsure of how to handle the situation. I don't know how to deal with this either, personally. If I got close, it would be dangerous. Marco didn't seem in a hurry to help either, far too content not putting himself at risk. I had to do something, or else... Ah! Fuck! Suddenly, Jasmine slammed her forehead against Ray, causing him to grip his gun tighter. Oh god. Don't! Oh god. Just before Ray passed out, he fired a shot. I saw Jasmine's body tremble from the movement. She winced at me with her teeth clenched. The gun got her. I ran forward. Everything seemed to have slowed down around me. It was like the twin. Maybe she could be saved too. Damn it! This always happened because of Ray. I fell on my knees and grabbed Jasmine's body. I pulled her from Ray and she rolled onto her back, looking up at me. I could tell she was dying much faster than the twin. I didn't manage to save her, so this is my atonement. Fuck, no! Not you! You got my lung, I think. Or something like that. Around here. Hey, would you do me a favor? What? What is it? Rub my sleep into my face. Wipe my eyes clean so I can see her properly. Damn it. Was it my fault? If I got in here fast enough. Don't blame yourself and take off my collar. Huh? That's going to... I'm already gone, so take it off after I end. That, just like that, her body shut down. My hands gripped her against her back, but I couldn't feel anything. Not to break the moment, but Ray's gonna wake up anytime soon. So we're probably gonna move on. Right, just... I can't do it. Can't do what? Take your collar. I can't do it. You do it. I have something else I have to take. Either gun. I delicately deposited her body next to Ray's. Marcus set off to work. I grabbed my eyes so the collar came up without triggering any laser. Maybe it knew when its wearer was dead. On the other hand, I had the choice either to yank Ray's collar and behead that son of a bitch, or... Now my hands were trembling. I was too much of a good guy. I wouldn't kill. I gritted my teeth. I wanted to, but doing it was just... No. Instead, I was gonna punish Ray otherwise. I took his gun. My bag now, I had 2 guns. Ugh. I should have pulled it out on Ray. I wouldn't have something to stop him. It was my fault. I said it with Marco. You're gonna carry it everywhere? Maybe we'll need it later. Okay, well, whatever. Here, have this too then. Handed the gun over to him. He looked at it with surprise before taking it hesitantly. What about you? What do you have? I got my own from earlier. I took out my bag to show him. I knew they were dangerous, though. This just protection I managed to find a hiding spot for them. Oh boy, okay, double team this. Okay, oh boy. No one else should have been allowed to make use of them. Okay. Suddenly, we both went down the staircase to the train again. I heard the silence a few moments later. We should get rid of those damn guns. Why? I know you're upset about her, but don't you get it? The reason why she's dead is because someone kept one. It's too dangerous. This kind of bullshit shouldn't be the Metro in the first place. What would you think if Ray overpowered me later and then just like grab my gun and shoot me? I guess you do have a point. Why not just off him then? That seems simpler. I don't want to do it because I just don't, okay? Once we're both inside the train, it set off again. Oh boy. Ray's gonna have to live with the fact he's got 2 deaths in his conscience now. I don't have any of that. I'm not gonna get any of that weighing me down. I don't like it. I don't want to. I didn't want her to die. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to save someone, but we were in danger too. And we had nothing. She did lunge at him, so... Pro-chain station. Guardy Manger. Oh, shut up, lady! Pro-chain station my ass! Marco chuckled at my words. Deflated to steed instead, holding my hands and trying to think about how this whole thing happened. How did Ray get the gun anyway? He had a gun? Yeah, that's right. Where'd he get it? I knew where I got mine. It was in the safe in the fitness center. A safe contained an object that wasn't so safe. Oh, how ironic. That's irony. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Are you going to pull an iron E out of your pocket and show it to Marco and be like, you see, this is an irony, alright? Shut up, Simon. However, was it possible Ray got gain the gun from the other room he explored with Jasmine? No, that wasn't possible. Jasmine would never let him get the gun if that had been the case. The only possibility other than him taking the gun while she was distracted was that he took it between then in the second room. All Ray did after that was threaten a girl, grumble during our drinks, and he also helped A with Marco. When did he ever get it? He got it from A. I took myself out of the daydream and looked around the train. It was still going. We'd already stepped out of the pantry and now we were at the library. That was the first station I explored with Marco earlier. Hey, let's leave here. Any idea? explain why we stood outside. Okay, keep guard down here, just in case Ray comes by. I'm gonna find someone to hide these things so that nobody can use them to kill someone else again. This has been too horrible. Okay, call if anything happens. Gotcha. Okay, in the library. A good place to hide it. Good place to hide it. It's probably somewhere behind some books. That probably wouldn't be so thing. Or you can dig it into the planter. Or no, the trash is too. Yeah, no. Let's not go to the trash cans. Yeah, either bookshelf or dig into the planter. I didn't really have anything in mind when I came here. I could put the gun behind some books. There was the clock mirror, the cupboard. No. Anywhere I looked seemed too easy a place for anyone to stumble onto to somebody was snooping around. Should make another plan. Perhaps the bins were a good place to hide something. Oh god, not inside them, but there may have been something else I figured out. The lift went up and oof, that was rather heavy. For some reason they were strangely half bolted to the ground. I could make them turn very slowly. Perfect. Okay. On the ground, I could tell the bottom of the bins didn't quite reach the floor. They had a small elevated space, which was just enough to put an object there. Okay. Just the gun down underneath, and push the bin back over it, rotating around its bolted axis until it was perfectly fitted like before. The bottom was a perfectly sealed containment area where the gun would now reside. That's amazing. Hey, Marco! Come over here, I found something! I called for Marco. I hear steps coming up the stairs. Aye, I'm coming, Captain. Yes! Aye, Captain! Oh, good, I'm glad that's somewhere. What's up? Huh? I heard him from the staircase. This thing surprised him. I realized what that was, but far too late to act. The moment our cars were beeping, a red light came from the back. Wait. What's going on? There's a third person here. Just like that, I was beheaded before I even saw what was actually happening. I heard Marco's body fall down the stairs, too. It seemed like he got beheaded, too. Why? I think it was someone else came up with him, but he was alone. What exactly happened? Didn't have any answers. As I faded, I didn't care one way or another. All I could care about was the darkness coming upon me. Huh. That is... Oh boy. Whoa. That's one way. Okay, that was actually the most mysterious of anything here so far, of any ending so far. To me, at least. There's someone else there. Also, red line. There's that choice. If it goes under that yellow lock. Yeah, sure. We'll go to that next. Then we go back to the orange and pink lines and probably do the rest of the blue ones. We still have to get all the letters for there. Maybe that itself is actually, like, down this end? What is this? Yeah. That was when we had to either had a choice of, like, keeping the gun in hand on that or locking in the safe. That was that. I wonder if it's going to be a thing where if we go to other floors, it's going to be the same place and we look in the library again. If we look in the library, there's, like... You look into the bin, there's gonna be a gun there, like that sort of thing. That'd be intriguing to see. Next time we're gonna go down to the yellow lock and for like something to keep. Wait, are we gonna go to the library here? That's gonna be interesting. Oh my god, is that gonna be it? But that wouldn't make too much sense then because I mean Simon and Marco was there, but no, that doesn't make any sense. Unless all the trains like go to different areas on the floor, and that's why they take so long. No, that doesn't make any sense either, but, maybe. There's something else. A big clone, or, like, there's someone else there. Maybe there's someone else just, like, there, only one other person, because, like, Simon was fine in the library doing things. Oh boy. What will these out here? Oh boy, I'm too excited to stop right now. I've already went through, like, the last episode, like, just immediately to this, so I'm gonna keep going with this right now. Oh boy, I can't remember the last time I felt this invigorated. Oh boy. Okay, I might as well stop here before I go into a randomly fit, just pure ecstasy and excitement. And not that kind of ecstasy, not even cocaine or any kind of drugs like that. And not like the drugs that I get people out. Not like that, because we already know that we exist. Okay, stop right now. So, for a fun time watching this and playing this, please see you next time, but the time may be, and I hope you have a fantastic day.